Hi everyone! Today I will share the vlog of going to Philippine Japanese Historical Museum. I heard from Filipino people about the history of Japanese immigrants a little. To know it more, I decided to go to Philippine Japanese Historical Museum. Are you ready? Sige, let's go! I have to take 2 rides of jeepney to go to Philippine Japanese Historical Museum. First, I took it from Manila to Minto. Then took another jeepney from Minto to Kalinan. It was my first time to take such a long travel by myself. Though it made me nervous a little, I was excited to explore a new place. Kalinan was really local place, so I couldn't believe there is a museum related to Japan. But I was glad to find a sign out there. There is a Philippine Japanese Historical Museum in the Kalinan campus of Nikkei Jinkai School. If you ask the guardsman out there, you can enter the campus and you can find the museum soon. This museum was established by Japan-Philippine Volunteer Association and Tokyo Musashino Lion Club in 1984. It was built for the present and future generation to understand the history of Japan and the Philippines. There is a woman who explained about this museum and history of Philippines and Japan. She can speak English, so you don't have to worry about whether you can understand or not, even if you can't understand Bisaya or Tagalog.
Welcome for Japanese. How do you read this?
Yokoso.
Yokosu.
Welcome.
Then
Yes.
English is welcome, and then the native language is Madigur.
No?
Madigur.
Madigur.
Native, basta native of Davao.
I've never heard this word. Indigenous family in Davao came from Luzon, Visaya, and some part of Mindanao. There are many tribes in Davao. Different native tribes live in different regions in Davao, and they have own culture based on their traditions. In this museum, we can see the utility they used and know about their lifestyle.
This one is a rice grinder, and the powder will come out here. Ready for cooking the puto.
There are many utilities I had never seen. There are kitchen appliances, hunting tools, and travel fishing. The instrument of native people in the Ba'a attract me best.
This is called kolentang.
Kolentang.
The Muslims use this one for music, for festivals or weddings. Then we have here the gong. This one we play and boom.
So it's small version and big version.
Then we have the flute. We have the kudlong.
What is this?
And guitar.
A guitar?
A guitar. Until now, the natives are using that one during Christmas.
Oh, Christmas.
Yeah,
Really?
Christmas. They will ask. They will go around to the houses of people. They will ask for a gift. So they will use that one.
Oh. "30 Japanese people from Kagoshima Prefecture came to Davao in 1903. The leader was Sudaryosuke. They came there to work there, but they returned to Japan after a year because of the tough life in Davao." Next person who brought 180 Japanese immigrants to Davao was Ota Kyosaburo. They worked for the vast Abaca plantation in Davao. The cultivation of Abaca by Davao people and Japanese immigrants led to the economic development in the Mindanao Island. He achieved a good job for not only people in Davao, also for the Japanese immigrants. He made a merchandise store to cater the need of Japanese workers, and he established this company, created the job for Japanese immigrants. To the life, convenience, and happiness of Japanese and Filipino people, he established a new school and hospital in Minto. He was respected by a lot of Japanese and people in Davao. In 1905, Oshio Koso brought about 170 Japanese immigrants from Okinawa Prefecture, where is his hometown. Every time he went back his home, he constantly brought more lumber to the bow. He invented the Haguta machine that was used to mechanically process Abaca.
This one is called the habutan. So that it would be easier for them to produce fiber.
Furukawa Yoshizo, he was well-educated and rich merchant. He came to Davao and established his company in 1914 when he was 26 years old. His company grew up and built a port in the Rio Toril and the easy shipment of his Abaca product. He brought Japanese immigrants from mainland of Japan to work in his plantations. So he gave a job for Japanese people who looked for a job. There were many Japanese immigrants who came to Philippines. A lot of Japanese immigrants went to Mindanao Island because there is a rich soil that plants grow progressively. Manila hemp is one of the important products to lead the success in the agriculture industry. It became a major export product of the Philippines, making the ingredients of Manila hemp, Abaca, needed so much hard working by native and Japanese immigrants.
They use this one, the soap.
What is this?
The soap. The soap. Two people will push, and pull. So
we can watch how they made Abaca.
that is the baka.
As they carry to. Wow, it's so big.
It's fiber. The Japanese, Filipino-Japanese working together. Fiber. Very strong fiber. Very strong. It's very hard to cut. So this of the fiber with so many uses. They will make it for a rope, clothes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There are rice bags made by Abaca. Not only the utilities, also Abaca is used for making Filipino traditional art product. I could also see this beautiful material of Filipino traditional design. It also made by Abaca.
People are very artistic.
It's so beautiful. I really love that Filipino tries this traditional material. Because of immigrants from Japan, Minto had Japanese businesses at the time. There were many things brought from Japan, like Japanese product, rice miller, bicycle, and equipment for the dentistry. Also, some Japanese started their store, like merchandise store, photo studio, bakery shop, and so on. You can see the Minto at the time. Because of need of manpower for Abaca cultivation, most of the Japanese immigrants were men. They married with Filipino women. For their children, the Nikkei school was established. Before the war, there were 13 Nikkei schools in Davao. There were many Japanese women married with Filipino women. In this museum, there are some photos of family members of Filipino and Japanese.
Some of the Japanese who came here, they were shouting us, "This is mine, that is me, this is me. You know, this is me. This is my father." Listen, because many Japanese came here.
And their family stayed in Davao with Filipino culture and Japanese culture. You can see the Japanese lifestyle brought to Davao at the time.
And he said, I asked one time, why is it that your table is so short?
Because we sit like
You sit down.
sit down.
Atame.
Yeah. We put.
Is it not painful to your knee?
Yeah, it's painful. Actually, it's painful.
You're used to it.
Yeah, we are really used to it.
I went to Japan one time.
Oh really?
Yeah, we visited there. We sit like this.
Oh really?
So it's so painful. Transfer to another table. Yeah, you put fire under, and then the water will be warm. And that one, they were using this one before. Every house have it, furu. You know, in Japan.
In Japan, We have. I really love taking a bus, so I miss taking a bus in here because we usually take a shower here.
They said that they will give that one during their birthday.
Not birthday. We have a girls' festival, and they will put this decoration. Especially if we have a daughter, then they will put this decoration. During the World War, Philippines became a battleground of Japan in America. A lot of soldiers were brought from both countries to Philippines. It caused a lot of victims, not only both countries, also Filipinos.
So the record also revealed that about 1 million Filipinos died during the Pacific War.
After the World War, most of Japanese and American people went back to their home country. This is a map to go to the harbor. It's written by Japanese. The family of Japanese and Filipinos separated to both countries.
The families, children ages 12 years below stay to their mother. And then 13 years old up, they can go with the father in escaping if they like.
Also, the children, if they become 13 years old, they can choose stay in Philippines or Japan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So most of them stayed with their mother. The Japanese promised that they will come back to rescue later.
After they contracted the peace agreement between Japan and the Philippines, the relationship became better and better. The intergovernmental communication was also increased. In 2016, it was the 16th anniversary since Japan and the Philippines restored the diplomatic relation. The Japanese employer and empress visited the Philippines. They were warmly welcomed by Filipinos. By this event, it was expected that the relationship of both countries got better and better. I really like the guide here. She taught me many history between Japan and the Philippines I didn't know. I could know that we have had an important relation for a long time. I hope many Japanese people visit museum. I will bring it to Japan and tell it to my Japanese family and friends. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoy it and see you soon. Bye.